You ever wondered how government policies are actually developed behind closed doors? In both academic and public discussions, policy work is often described as a black box, a mysterious process known only to insiders. This video explores how both practitioners and scholars frame policy work, questioning whether the black box narrative truly captures the reality inside government. The idea of a translucent box, a concept that suggests some internal workings are visible, is introduced, offering a more nuanced understanding. Join us as we unpack the layers of policy development and discover what really happens inside the bureaucracy. Black box theory is a popular metaphor in political science. It describes systems where we can see the inputs and outputs, but the internal processes remain hidden. In government, this means that while we observe policies being made and implemented, the actual decision-making steps are often unclear. This sense of secrecy and complexity has fascinated researchers for decades. The black box narrative suggests that only those on the inside truly understand how things work, leaving outsiders in the dark. But is this really the case for everyone working in government? Find out how policy work is viewed from the inside. Research involved interviewing civil servants in Prince Edward Island. Surprisingly, many practitioners themselves use the black box narrative to describe their own work. They often see policy development as complex, abstract, and sometimes confusing, even for those involved in the process. This means that the sense of mystery isn't just an outsider's perspective. Even insiders can feel uncertain about how decisions are made, highlighting the challenges of navigating government bureaucracy. Many civil servants describe public policy as broad and difficult to define. Even experienced directors and managers admit to struggling with what policy really means in practice. This confusion extends to the concept of policy capacity, the ability of a department to develop effective policies. Without clear definitions or communication, staff often feel unsure about their roles and the overall direction of their work. This complexity reinforces the black box image, making it hard for both new and seasoned employees to fully grasp the policy process. Another key finding is the invisibility of policy workers. Many staff members are unsure what policy analysts actually do, sometimes viewing them as distant figures working in an ivory tower. Physical separation between policy units and other departments can create a them versus yous mentality, making collaboration and understanding even more difficult. When policy staff and program administrators are not co-located, misunderstandings about roles and responsibilities grow, further deepening the black box effect. Policy development process itself remains a mystery for many, even among those working in government. Staff often do not understand how policies are created or why certain decisions are made. Some feel disconnected from the process, simply carrying out their daily tasks without knowing the bigger picture. This lack of transparency and communication leaves many feeling excluded from important conversations, reinforcing the idea that policy work happens somewhere else, out of sight. Major reason for confusion is the lack of regular consultation and communication with staff about policy matters. Many employees report not being involved in policy discussions or even informed about new policies. Physical distance from central offices can make these issues worse, as remote staff often feel left out. Without clear communication channels, staff may not understand the department's vision or direction, leading to feelings of isolation and uncertainty. While the black box narrative is common, some scholars suggest the translucent box as a better way to understand policy work. This concept recognizes that some internal mechanisms are visible and can be influenced, not just by external factors but also by internal dynamics. The translucent box approach encourages us to look at the structure and processes inside government, making it possible to see how decisions are actually made. For academics, this theory offers a more detailed and realistic view of policy development. This research shows that both practitioners and scholars use the black box narrative to make sense of policy work, but there's room for more nuanced perspectives. Listening to first-order accounts, stories from those actually doing the work, we gain valuable insights into the realities of policy development. Understanding these narratives helps bridge the gap between theory and practice, making policy studies more relevant and grounded. As we continue to explore the inner workings of government, embracing both black and translucent box perspectives can lead to better communication, collaboration, and ultimately more effective policies.